Hello, welcome back to my channel. I really appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me for the past few weeks, and I look forward to pumping out more content for you. The video today is going to be about the heroic or dire variant of the Rockfall Skarn. Now I know whenever I first encountered the Rockfall Skarn, I was very frustrated, I didn't know what was happening, I was on the ground the whole time, and it was just not a good experience. So hopefully this video will help solve that problem for at least one of you. What I'm going to be going through in this video is one loadout, which weapons and armor that I recommend using against the Skarn. I'm going to show you a fight against the Skarn so you can see what the gameplay sort of looks like, and at the very end I'm actually going to go through every single attack that the Skarn can throw at you and what's the best way to counter it. So if this helps you, please let me know, or if you have any other ideas for what sort of content you'd like me to make, put it down in the comments or let me know in the Discord. Yeah, I hope you enjoy. And yes, I know this fight is against a regular Skarn. I just wanted a quick fight to have at the intro. Please don't call PETA, I know he doesn't stand a chance, he's on the ground the whole time, but this is the build that we're going to be looking at, so it is pretty devastating, so you can look forward to that. Alright, so let's take a look at this loadout that I'm recommending for beating heroic Rockfall Skarn. Now of course, you can always go with the super meta hammer build, because with Skarn you are going to want a hammer. You can get it done with the sword, or you could really get it done with every weapon, except maybe the warpike, but the hammer is definitely where it's at, because the Skarn is covered with armor, and hammers specialize in breaking armor. So I would recommend using the Drask hammer. The reason why I like this weapon is because it's electric, it's shock obviously, so you're going to get bonus damage against the Skarn. It actually does 30% more damage when you're dealing damage to the head, which whenever you are using the hammer, the head is where you want to spend most of your time, because that's where you're dealing maximum stagger damage. And the point of this build is to keep the Skarn knocked down as much as possible. If you're using this build on just the normal Skarn, as I think I put a clip before this, it's just going to stay down pretty much the whole fight. So the perks that we've chosen are Aetheric Attunement and Conduit to keep our attack speed up with our Lantern, Evasive Fury, even more attack speed whenever we dodge, because I'll show you the Skarn's attacks, they're pretty easy, they're pretty telegraphed, you can really see what's coming. Then we have Overpower for more damage whenever he's staggered. We have Predator for more damage overall, and then some extra perks here, 9 lives and Rage Hunter that come with our head and hammer. So this is all Koshai armor, except the helmet is Hellion armor. We're also using the Drask Lantern, because it's going to give us 30% increased damage, and we can fire a shock lightning bolt through at any time to give us Conduit. It's really easy to set off, you don't have to be close to him. It's nice, it works really well with it. So the main thing with this hammer is you're going to want to use Mighty Landbreaker, which is basically instead of having the shotgun blast, you're going to put down a buff that's going to give you like 20% more damage and 40% when you're using the Aether Charge Shell. And then you want the extended magazine. I unfortunately don't have that unlocked right now, so I'm using Impulse Crown, which is going to give me bonus damage whenever I use the Hammer Slam, and I'll talk you through that as I'm doing it. Alright, so we spotted the Skarn down here. The first thing we do before we engage is I'm going to jump and activate the Landbreaker. It's just a lot quicker than putting it in the ground. Same effect though. Well, I mistimed that, but it's okay. So I open that up with the Aerial Slam, just because I have the Impulse Crown, so that gives me a little bit of bonus damage for a short period of time. I'm going to dodge through that, reload. And I'm going to be keeping an eye on trying to keep the Mighty Landbreaker buff up the whole time, because as you can see, it does a significant amount of stagger damage. Adds a significant amount to our attacks. So here's a chance for you to knock him down. Use your dash attack and Aether Charge the hammer. And we want to, as soon as we get out of here, activate Landbreaker again. And now it's an Aether Charged version, so it's a little bit more damage buff actually. I'm not sure what he's doing here, swinging his head around. I guess that means he's about to charge. Somehow that didn't damage us, but if I were you, I would dodge. Now the good thing about Skarn is he does telegraph most of his attacks. It's pretty easy to see when he's about to go crazy. And we're going to try to line up every Aether Slam to go down the whole length of his body, a lot like Full Bore with hammers. Watch out whenever he does go into rage, he has the Earthquake effect, the same as Ragetail and Asher. Just a little bit annoying, but if you know about it, it's easy enough. It is tough to predict when he's going to come out of this exactly. You can see the You can see the rock scales sort of shake before he attacks, so pay attention to that if you can. But that is something that's going to take practice, and as you can see, I don't really have it down yet. He's hitting me a lot mid attack. It's tough with the hammer too, because you sort of have the temptation to finish the combo, but you need to pay attention, unfortunately. He should go down, yeah. Now I like to focus my swings at the feet and then try to send the slam down the length of his body, because it seems like I'm hitting him more times when I come in from the side. Now I need to get my Landbreaker buff off again, but I also don't want to stop hitting him. So now I'm going to do it. Roll through for Evasive Fury. Should be able to get a combo off here. Oh, he's attacking again. And you can try to reload at the end of some of your attacks at the cost of stamina, which I would recommend doing at some points. But as you can see, that fight did not take all that much. You just need to focus on dodging more than completing your combos, because you'll have plenty of opportunity to get a full combo in. And make sure you keep your Landbreaker up as long as possible. Okay, so with this fight, I'm not actually going to focus on killing him quickly. I'm going to try to bait him into each of his different attacks that he might use and show you exactly how to counter them. So as he comes up, this is a good time to get some free damage in if you were worried about that. He'll usually do a charge straight forward, or he'll go right into his spin. So this time he charged straight forward. You just want to roll through that and keep pounding on his legs if you can. Legs and or head. So now that was his roll. You notice he lifted his side legs up on the side that he was going to roll towards. He leaves his shell on the ground so that you can pummel him without worrying about the armor. Now this is a little difficult. This I like to call as Rock Cyclone. You might be able to stop this. If you hit him right now, he's booped. You might be able to stop this with the hammer, but it's a lot safer if you just use a grenade. Oh, for some reason it didn't let me use the grenade. But if you just chucked a grenade in there, he would fall down. Now that's his body slam. It hits twice. He's gonna throw those shells down and then land on top of it, so you don't want to get hit by that. He just did his roll again twice. This is important. You can boop him here if you do it correctly. Ideally, whenever he goes up on his hind legs like that and stays there, you'll see the red thing over his head. You want to roll forward, mouse one, and you want to charge it with a shell. Like that, and that'll knock him down easily. Whenever he shakes his head, that means he's about to roll forward, as we learned just before. You saw him lift his legs up, it means he's about to roll. He has one more attack that I want him to do, to where he slams the ground. Like this. Oh no, this is the other one. I still hit him even though he hit me, which is nice. I'm going to try to deal a little bit of damage, maybe try to get him into that mode to where he'll stomp the ground on us. This is it. See how he slammed the ground and that comes up at your feet? That's very tricky. Now we have the body roll. You have to roll sooner with the heroic than you do with the other, because the rocks will actually shell shock you. As you can see, I went down there. That's another side attack. He'll put all his rocks on one side and then roll in that direction. Very easy to see coming. This is part of the reason why I felt comfortable putting Evasive Fury in this build, because his attacks are so telegraphed that you can really get the most use out of it, because you can sort of walk to where you know he's going to be and then roll right through it. I don't think there are any other attacks. The only other thing is his rage mode, so we're going to try to get him perfect, damaged enough to go into that. So what he does in this phase is he sort of curls up in a ball. You'll see him either slam the ground or his scales will shake and he'll launch them out at you. Just like that. And after he launches them out, he has a limb exposed for a short period of time. It seems like he might alternate between sending the scales out and doing a stomp. I'm not positive on the exact pattern there. But if you weren't using a hammer, that would be your best time to deal some damage whenever he's exposed himself like that. It is tough. You won't really be able to get a full combo off right now until he sticks his head out. His head stays out for long enough for you to get a full hammer combo in. And this part is him just coming out of the rage. He'll probably do a charge, or it looks like another spin. So let's see if we can get the grenade off this time. You want to get some good distance between you, because you can't knock him down until he's fully in the spin. There we go. You can see that hit him pretty well. Pressed the wrong input there, but that's one of the 2 times he can get booped. The only 2 times are whenever he's doing the spin and whenever he's up on his hind legs, like we've seen already. And I think that's all the attacks for Skarn, so I'll probably cut it out here. I haven't really been dealing damage, so I don't think he'll die soon. But we'll see. This is his running away. If you don't deal damage quick enough, he'll run away to a different spot. It does do damage to you, so watch out for that. I think that's all you need to know, though. The basic attacks are the body slam, 2-part attack. You have the side roll, where he puts all the scales on one side and then drags his body along that way. The forward charge, all the scales come to the front. And the barrel roll, where he lifts up his 2 legs and rolls into it. You can boop him whenever he's doing the rock cyclone spin, or you can boop him whenever he's up on 2 legs ready to stomp down. The heroic version has a very small time window compared to the normal one, so do it quick or get out of the way, because you don't want to get hit by any of that. That should be everything you need to know to defeat the heroic Rockfall Skarn. This build isn't the meta for every hammer fight that you're going to take. Usually you'll use a Hellion hammer, but I think it's a lot of fun to mix it up, and you'll get more mastery experience by using different hammers for different fights. As always, if you had any questions, leave them in the comments down below, or join my Discord, talk to me more directly. The link is on my channel and in the description. I'm going to continue pumping out content 2 days a week, so stop by if you ever want to see anything else. I am going to put a hold on the Twitch streaming just because it gets in the way of this sort of content, and I feel like this is a lot more entertaining for you guys. So let me know if you want that to change or if it doesn't really matter right now. But either way, thank you a lot for watching. Leave a like if you really enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something.